Oh yes, my name is Joe Diaper, and yes, I'm very happy that the Premier League is back. Come on, baby. Welcome to a Quart of Ale. Oh yes, in this episode, once again, if you don't know already, I will be rating a beer out of 10 in 7 different categories, looking to find the best beer in the whole world. And those categories are the can or bottle appearance, the drink's in-glass appearance, how the drink smells, the all-important first sip, its effort to drink, its gassiness, and the after-drink feeling. Lovely jubbly. So let's have a look at which beer we're going to be trying today. Today's beer is Arctic Sky Cold, and it's an IPA. The only information I could find was from drinkfinder.co.uk. They say that this Arctic Sky Cold IPA is a bright, light and refreshing dry hopped IPA that is perfect when served cold. Crisp and refreshing like a lager, but with a subtle hop bitterness. Its ABV is 4%, and I'm drinking it in a 330ml can. It has no IBU. It is made by the Harbour Brewing Co, and they are based in the lovely part of the world, which is Cornwall, England. Cheers to you guys! Its ingredients, as noted on the can, are water, malted barley, hops and yeast, and that's all the information available. We're heading to Cornwall today then, I wish I was in real life, with the brilliant Arctic Sky Cold. Now, I don't know why, but since this came in a delivery, I really wanted to have it. I don't know why. It seems really cool. I've got a good feeling about it. I say it's literally off of no basis whatsoever, so it could be awful, but we'll see. And we're going to see just about now, because it is time for the ratings. And we're kicking off then with the can appearance. So here we have it. It's pretty cool. It's simple, but I think it's effective. I think it's really effective. I think this is one of the reasons why I've been drawn to it slightly, is because I like the breakup of the black and the blue. I think that's really subtle but very nice. The name is lovely and big on the front there, which, if you've watched a few episodes of this, you'll know is a big point scorer for me. I like it when the name is big and clear, so when it's in a fridge, when it's standing in a fridge, you can look at it and go, that's the one for me, that's what I want. I want an Arctic Sky Cold IPA. There it is, I can see it, it's clear. Lovely. Apart from that, it's got the big H, which is for Harbour Brewing Co. It's got a star at the top as well. I guess that's an indication of the coldness, I think, more than anything else, more than the actual star. It's what you'd find on a freezer for the coldness rating. And it's got a nice texture to it as well. So instead of just being a printed can, the bottom of the can, so the blue bit just here, it's got waves on it as well. And this has actually been put onto the can. So it's not part of the can itself, it's not part of the aluminum, it's actually stuck on the can, and it feels real nice. It feels a really good texture. So when you're holding it in your hand, it feels a bit different and gives it another sensory kind of effect there. And all of this plays into a good beer. It really does. So, what will I give it for rating? So I like the size of the name. Everything else is quite cool. I like the black, I like the blue together. I think it's striking. I like the texture of the print on the can. Very, very cool there, especially to hold in your hand. So, for appearance sake, I'm going to give it a perfectly good 6.5 points. And now for the in-glass appearance. So, oof, a loud snap there. Blimey, that's a heavy duty can. Rightio, so in glass appearance, let's pour this into here. Not sounding much, it's coming out. Quite fizzy. You can hear it bubbling up to make a nice medium-sized head there. Give a glass trip. Wonderful. Okay, so in glass appearance then, let's have a quick look now. Pretty clear, very, very clear there. So you can see through it, it's not especially cloudy. Very in the middle of the road between cloudy and clear. It's got a nice head on it, that's a lovely size head. Don't see that with many IPAs, especially nowadays, not many. Inside, couple of bubbles, but not much fizz to it really. So it doesn't look too gassy in any way, too carbonated. It looks okay. It looks like an IPA. Does it look welcoming? Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. It's quite clear. It's got a few bubbles going on. It looks lively. It's got a nice head on it. It looks lovely. The head on top looks great. Finish it off nicely. So, for in-glass appearance, it's looking good. I'm going to give it a 7. For the smell then, so when I was holding it up then for in-glass appearance, I could smell it already. Again, a very good sign of a tasty IPA. I'm not sure what I was smelling, but I was definitely getting a waft of some fruitiness. Let's give it a good old sniff and have a look and see if I can pick up what flavours it might be once I taste it for the first time. Ooh, very fruity indeed. Not massively strong, so it's not blowing you away with the flavour, and there's very specific smell to it. Very, very specific, and that is a pineapple smell. Which is unusual for an IPA. You do get a mix of smells from IPAs, usually kind of the mango sense or something along those lines really, but this definitely smells of pineapple. And it smells really, really good. It smells very inviting. As I say, it's not a very strong smell, but it is a nice smell. And it's a smell that drags you in and makes you want to drink it. As I say, not loads going on there. All you can really smell is a pineapple, but it's a jolly good smell. So, for the smell of the IPA, I'm going to give it a high one. I'm going to give an 8. It smells delicious. So it's now time for the first sip. Now, the can's okay, just above average really. In-glass appearance is okay, again, just above average I'd say. The smell smells wonderful, those pineapple hints, but is the first sip going to reflect the taste of pineapple, or, like some IPAs, is that first sip going to be blander than the smell hints at? I'm not sure. I'm hoping it'll taste beautiful of those pineapple flavours there. Now, let's have that first sip and see. So cheers to everyone who may be having a hard time in the moment. The world has gone mad, but have a beer and hopefully things will improve. That's what I say. So cheers to everybody out there. Here's the first sip. Nice. Again, above average. I'd say above average. Not getting the flavour so much of that pineapple. You could really smell it. Not tasting it on the first sip so much. However, is a nice flavour there. You do get more of the hops and the malts there, so more of a hoppy taste when you have the first sip. But it's not really strong and imposing. It's not too much of a hop taste. It's just the right level. I'd say again, probably just above average. Yeah, it's looking to go that way really. It looks like an above average IPA and tastes that way too. With a slight hoppiness to it. There is a hint of some some flavour there, some fruitiness. I wouldn't say it was pineapple, but there is a little kick of something that wants to come through. Maybe it'll come through in the next few sips. But for now, it's a hoppy taste. It's perfectly delightful. Tastes like an IPA. Doesn't do much else. Not too strong hops, not too low hops. Doesn't taste watery. Middle of the road. Let's go for above average again. A 7. Maybe a little bit kind there, but a 7. And now for effort of drink. So at the moment, it's all very just above average, this one. It's not doing much, it's not doing great things, but it's doing perfectly fine. It's okay, it's an IPA, it's drinkable, it's very smooth. Let's see, having the whole thing, if that changes anything, if that brings out the pineapple flavour a little bit more. Hopefully it does, but even if it doesn't, the taste alone, I don't think it's going to be strong to drink. Let's give it a go. So, let's finish this bad boy off. It's very, very nice. I'm going to look forward to this. Just like a little bit more. Give me a little bit more flavour. Give me that pineapple I can smell. And then I'll be a happy man. Thanks. Second sip again. Same as the first. You get that hoppiness. There is a flavour, a fruity flavour that's trying to get out and trying to light your taste buds up, but it's not quite strong enough to have any effect. It's not strong enough to overdo the hop taste you get first of all, but it tries. It's there on the back of your tongue, trying to give you a little bit of fruitiness, and it does, slightly, but that hoppy taste is the main thing there. Not awful though, very enjoyable. Finished. So, what can I say? After you finish a can, as you're halfway through even, there is a little bit of that aftertaste of the hops. It does stay with you, and it does linger a little bit, and it's not a great aftertaste. Again, it's not massively overpowering, so it's not awful, it's not making your mouth taste terrible. It's just something there that lingers after each sip once you get into it, and there are better alternatives, I'd say. But saying that, it drinks fine. That fruitiness it's got there, I can't describe it, I can't tell you what it is, because it's so subtle, it's too subtle, and it's trying to come through really, really hard, but it's overpowered by the hops. But as a full drink, gassy, as you can see there, it was okay. It was smooth, wasn't hard to drink. Would I have another? Probably not. I'll probably move on to something a little bit more exciting, as this really doesn't do much for me, and it's made me quite gassy. Again, just above average is going to have to be. Wanted more from it. If it had a little bit of pineapple flavours came through a bit more, just a tinsy bit more, it would have been wonderful. It would have been really nice. But it's an IPA that's trying so hard to be special, and it just fails. It just fails at the last hurdle. It trips, and over it goes, and it's broken its ankle. It's good. It's okay. It's not setting the world on fire. I wouldn't have another. If it was in someone's fridge, a friend's fridge, I'd have it. I don't think I'd have one right now. I really wouldn't. I'd go for something a little bit more exciting, a little bit more tasty, and something that's not as a struggle to get through, I think. So, effort to drink, not awful, not great, slightly above average. The whole way through, it's been slightly above average. It still is. It still is. So, I'm going to give it a... It's a tough one because it's nice. It is tasty. This is boring. This is a little bit boring. I'm going to go with a 7. Again, might be a bit generous, but it wasn't bad. There's nothing too bad I can say about it. Yes, it's a bit hoppy. Yes, the flavour could be a bit stronger with the pineapple or the fruitiness. Yes, it could be a bit more exciting. At the same time, it's fine. But fine doesn't get you the top marks. So a 7 out of 10. So gassiness, it was quite gassy. I was burping after the first few couple of sips. I don't feel bloated at all. I could probably have a few more of these and be absolutely fine. I think it's just the fact that it's a bit fizzy. It is a bit fizzy, a bit carbonated, and it kind of reacts with me a little bit there in this one. So, gassiness, I don't feel bloated. It's not heavy. It's quite a light and smooth IPA, but a bit of gassiness. So, I'm going to give it, again, just above average, 6.5. After drink feeling time. So it's been 10 minutes as always. How do I feel after drinking this Arctic Sky Cold IPA? I feel good. I feel cool. So I'm not as gassy as I was when I was drinking it, which is a good sign. Maybe it's just slightly too carbonated. I don't feel bloated. It doesn't feel too heavy. It's not resting uncomfortably. It's a good IPA. It's a good IPA. It does an IPA job. It's above average. It's not exciting. You get what you're given. It's cold. It's an IPA, and you might drink it under the sky. So, after drink feeling, I'd have a couple more. It's tasty. There are better things out there, but it's all right. It's all right. So, I'm going to give it an after drink feeling of I'd have a couple more if there weren't other options available in the fridge, with a middle of the road again-ish 7, because it is a nice IPA. It's a light IPA, it's smooth, it's drinkable, just a bit boring. We have totted up the scores, and I can tell you that this very drink here, Arctic Sky Cold by the Harbour Brewing Co, gets it's a theme of the show, I think, an above average 70%. Probably bang on, I'd say, absolutely perfect, because it is a good IPA. It's perfectly fine. It's just not exciting. It doesn't really do much, but there's nothing bad about it. There's nothing I can say about the can, about the smell, about the look, about the appearance, about the taste, about anything that is awful, or is a reason I'd go, I'm never drinking this again. It's one of those IPAs that you go, I've not had that for a while, let's have a tipple. Yeah, it's good, it's perfectly good, and they've done a good job, I think. Again, there's better IPAs out there, but this is one I think I'd see in a pub randomly and go, oh, that was good, I remember that one, I like the can, let's have a quick one. Very good. So 70% probably about right. So let's see where that puts it in our league table. So there we are. Jolly Boy's trip to Cornwall is over. If you've not been to Cornwall, do visit. It is a beautiful place. I lived there for 2 years. Happiest memories of my life. Very lovely place. And that's why they make this Arctic Sky Cold, a perfectly lovely IPA. Above average in every single category and a decent enough tipple. So I recommend having a try of this and seeing how you find it. But that means that we are on to our next journey in our quest to find the best beer in the whole world. Where we'll be going next time, who knows? But hopefully it'll be somewhere as good as this one. As always, do follow us, like us, subscribe on our social media. But for now, my name is Joe, as always, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on A Quart of Ale.